I just wanted to add something there. Like, that's more than a cute pass.
I'm going to call him Kareem the Dream from
That's
now
more
on.
than a cute pass. That's more than a cute pass.
That's my...
This guy talked about that pass like it was just normal. You said the come undone. He meant to put the ball in between the legs of the defender. That's outstanding. The pass of Salah was just outstanding there. We can talk about the line or whatever. Salah made that happen. It's outstanding. You can't defend that. Look at where the ball can only pass and go through that. This is where, you know, if you're a defender, here, but the line is not great. Now, they allow him to get the ball.
The problem is Kapui there, though. Kapui would normally be this side of Salah. For that protection, he gambles, and then they get the opening. Look at his position there, Kapui.
Yeah, but forget about that. You talk about the defensive side of it, and we talk about the offensive side of it. That pass.
Yes.
This is why Mo Salah this season, he is better than what he used to be. Because to make that ball go through the legs at that particular moment, and he meant it, to pass it to Mane, wow.
But that is almost exactly the same goal that Manchester City scored against Atletico Madrid. They only to get the one goal, and it was Foden with that little tight run. Kevin De Bruyne put it in. And when you're playing against those teams, I was never, if you remember, I wasn't critical of City on that night for not creating lots of chances. Even tonight for Liverpool, it's very difficult to create chances, and you've just got to be clinical with the ones that you get. Then in the second leg, Madrid played pretty much the same. It wasn't until late in the game, and I know it was 1-0 and it's 2-0 now. The thing that just really intrigues me for the second leg, will Unai Emery feel if he does go for it from the start, it'll leave them too open and the game will be over by half-time? Or could you just think we just play the same way, maybe wait for a set-piece, a counter-attack, get the first goal, and then see where we go from?
So obviously they're now one game away from getting to the final of the Champions League. They've got a lot to play for still in the Premier League. Speaking with your head and not with your heart, Jamie, if you can, do you think that they will win the Premier League, and do you think that they will win the Champions League?
I think they'll win the Champions League. The league, I'm not so sure, because I think Manchester City have the slight advantage. They win all their games, they've won the league. But I think this weekend, in terms of the Premier League, is absolutely vital. That is a tough assignment for Liverpool. The turnaround hours-wise, the manager's mentioned. I think if Liverpool could get through this weekend, still being in the same position that they're in with Manchester City, I still think they've got a great chance for the league, but that's up to Manchester City. But the Champions League, it feels like it's Liverpool's competition, and they've got 1 foot now in the final, and I don't think anyone else can say that.
So if we're in Paris doing the final and it's Liverpool versus Manchester City in the final of the Champions League, how uncomfortable will our studio feel?
Oh, it'd be too uncomfortable.
Much, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be too much. We've got to make a pact. We've got to make a
City
pact.
gets there next year.
No.
What's the pact?
The pact is that we can't, we stay neutral and professional.
I couldn't do that.
You don't want to be neutral?
No.
Not professional.
No, I will not be neutral. I will not be professional. I will be there for Liverpool FC.
Okay. Explain to me the early kickoff thing. Is it that big of a deal?
Oh, yeah, it is. 100%.
Why?
Well, I thought she was looking at me then. Pasta at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, well, you shut up about pasta. I've had enough of pasta. No wonder he doesn't want to eat pasta at 9 o'clock. Never mind 12:30.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. We can't have him pasta at 9 o'clock.
Go big or go home. That's what I say.
Yeah, big or go home.
Go out with a bang.
What's that mean?
Go big or go home.
You want Villarreal to go big?
Yes. If you're expected to lose it anyway, why not have a go?
I think for me, Gerard Moreno, I don't know if he's going to be available, but that's massive for them not having him. He is the guy that holds the ball to allow the wingers to run. And that they couldn't do that tonight. They didn't have a point of reference to turn and allow the wingers to run.
They haven't had that a lot of the season, though, have they? He's not consistently been available for them, and they still managed to get to this point.
I know, but in the games that they made a difference.
Hey, just wait. Why do you want to say that?
The game that they made a difference in Europe, he played. He played and he passed that ball. For example, he passed the ball to Chukwueze. He's the guy. If you don't have a point of reference, they had Danjuma today. He never held the ball once. How are you going to come out? It's impossible. Gerard Moreno is a bit more cute on the ball and he can release the wingers, so hopefully he can be there for them. Or Boulaye Dia, that came on after, he's a proper 9.
Let's take a look at one of the best opportunities because there were plenty of other opportunities that Liverpool did have, but there was one particularly in the first half that stood out from Thiago, Jamie.
Yeah, it was, and that's what Liverpool needed to do in that first half. That's where they looked most dangerous, when they were having efforts from outside the box. But you see how many numbers are behind the ball. It's very difficult to create clear-cut chances. So they worked the goalkeeper 2 or 3 times. This time, Thiago just gets it past the goalkeeper. Unfortunately, just hits the woodwork. But that's something I think Jurgen Klopp will keep mentioning before that second leg, to have efforts from outside the goal, because the goalkeeper, he never got hold of anything all night, and 2 or 3 times it could have just fell at Liverpool players' feet.
How good has Thiago been?
Brilliant. He really has. In these last 3 or 4 months, he's been one of the first names on the team sheet. He really has. There was a lot of criticism when he came in, because he wasn't like the other Liverpool midfield players, and would Liverpool lose something? But the reason they bought him is because he can provide something different. And it was always that debate last season, as he fitted in. Now, that last season was a write-off for Liverpool because of the injuries, also for Thiago as well. But I think in the last 3 or 4 months, he's been not just one of the best Liverpool players, he's possibly been one of the best players in the Premier League in these last few months, and made a huge difference to Liverpool.